46 degrees in February. All right. Got snow still on the ground, of course, because it's February. But today, down in Brigantine, picking up this year's permit, 4x4 permit for the beach. And this is kind of silly, but maybe it won't be, I don't know. But it's kind of silly. Kind of want to see what the beach feels like in February. I don't think I've ever been this early. And I think a lot of the snow is melted and stuff like that. That would have been cool to see, you know, snow on the beach. But no air kit or anything. It is February. I am under the impression, based on last year, that it's gonna feel like hard pack. So really no reason to air down. But I'm not that worried anyway. There's still a lot of beach erosion here at Brigantine. Actually, I always show the jetty, which is what we're about to do here, and it's the jetty's fine. Jetty's been fine since I've had the Bronco, 2022, but it's what's called Cove Beach, and I forget what they call the one on the north end, but that one is also pretty bad with the beach erosion. So I'm just doing this to do this because I'm already down here to pick up the permit. Usually when I don't air down, I'll use the goat modes on the Bronco. As a lot of you know, the goat modes are a convenience. They are not a must, meaning that you can simply put your Bronco in 4x4 mode and go ahead and do what you're gonna do. You don't have to actually use the goat modes. It does on sand mode change the throttle response, and I actually do prefer that. If you've ever heard other vehicles that are not Broncos operate on the beach and not air down, you will often hear people really gunning the throttle, and that's because they're just, they're trying to keep the wheels spinning, right? So one of the things, just like in snow, you turn off traction control, and that's going to always be your first thing. So 4x4 mode, yes. Turn off traction control, yes. With the Bronco, I have lockers, so I turn the stand mode turns on the lockers. If I don't use the sand mode, I sometimes don't use lockers. Actually, I usually don't when I'm aired down, and that's just 4-wheel high. So this might be more muddy than anything else. And surprising is I just passed 2 vehicles, so that's kind of interesting. There might be more people out today. Let's see what we can see. I will tell you, like right now, just driving on this entrance is it's usually fairly hard packed, but you can kind of tell from the lead up to it. Like if I stop like right here, and I doubt this is coming out well on the camera, but you can see I can see there's a darker area of the beach that's going to be more hard packed. That line is further in than it normally is. So, oh yeah, this is nothing. Yeah, and you can also see, again, it's probably not coming out on the camera that well, but you can definitely see that the tracks that are being left by the vehicles are also not that deep. And that's another thing that's going to give you an indication of if you're dealing with sugar sand or something that's a little more hard packed. Yeah, this is great. Matter of fact, because I don't want the sun flare to hit the camera too much, let me flip around and go a little bit further. So this is normally about the, well, not quite the high water line, but you'll see a lot of people during the summer. They're usually about right here. And, you know, you can see it's very dark over there. Well, you should be able to see it. But, yeah, there's, let's put down the windows too. Listen to the ocean, right? Never gets old. Never gets old. I noticed I wasn't gonna point towards the sun, but I want to get closer to the jetty. This is called the jetty because of the jetty that you see. This rock formation here that's man-made. And people fish on it, you know, sit down on it, just chill out on it. It's just it's a feature if you want to think about it that way. Basically looking across to Atlantic City over here. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm not worried about this stuff being even just a little soft. This is looking north, looking up the beach. That building way out there to the left is, I think the name of it, but it's like a hotel thing. And there's a little Scholar restaurant in there at the bottom of it. So, all right, well, I'm gonna chill here for a bit, and then I think I'm gonna ride up to the North Beach. So, assuming I don't stay here too long, I'll do that and show you guys what that looks like. Like I said, the beach erosion is bad, so might be worth showing just because it's important that we replenish these beaches and take care of them. So I'll, you know, if I can show that on camera and bring awareness to it, I will. All right, be back. Got some ducks in there. Had to put my hat on. Got real cold just sitting there. So, headed up to the northern part of Brigantine that the 4x4 tag allows us to use. I haven't been up here in years. Like I said, it's been pretty eroded, but figured I'd get it on camera for no other reason than to memorialize how bad things are. And it could be fixed. It could be fixed. There's when you talk to local people here at any of these beach communities, you will understand very quickly where the problem is. And I think anybody who hasn't dealt with this particular problem has dealt with other problems where the root cause is the same group of people. Let's put it like that. All right. The one cool thing about this this area is that, yeah, so there's an observation tower. What's behind it? Yeah, there's an observation tower if you go this way, which is pretty cool. But if you just want to go down to the beach, you just go straight ahead. So that's what we're gonna do. And let me go back to sand. Oops, sand. Okay. All right. Yikes. Oh, wow. Oh, this is bad. This way. You actually really can't go to the right. The pier is right there. This is terrible. This is really bad. Yeah, there's almost no beach here. I don't know why there's this sort of dark, almost trench coming through here, but yeah, this is pretty bad. There's actually, for those interested, there's actually a state permit that I think it's this sign here, because the brigantine permit gives you the first 1,500 feet of this beach, and I think after that, which should be here, you need a different state permit for the natural area. So let me just pull up to this sign and get this on camera. Yeah. So this is the NJDP permit, part of Bass River State Forest, which I did not know, but I have been to, of course. And yeah, so if you watch my video on Long Beach Island, that permit, interestingly enough, gives you access to the natural area on that side, because if you were to look at a map, the northern part of Brigantine is, goes basically to the water. There's a little channel there, and then across that is Long Beach Island. And that gives you, their permit there gives you Holgate, which is the natural area there, and a couple of other things. So, yeah, this is, Brigantine's different in that sense. But this goes quite a ways, actually. I can't even see where the channel opens up. So, yeah, this is, wow, this is sad. This is sad. But that's why I wanted to get it on camera, just to show people that, this is what happens when the beaches don't get taken care of. And it's certainly through no fault of Brigantines, but just a lot of back and forth with state government, and nothing gets done. So, yeah, it's sad. I mean, it's, to hang out and chill, it's one thing. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been up here in a while. There usually is not that many people up here because people want to be able to sort of pull right up to the ocean, have like a decent high water line and be able to park right on the other side of that, set up, and then you can run in the water or run back to your vehicle, canopy, you know, whatever you have set up. With this, it's a little tight because the dunes are right here, and you know, you don't park on the dunes, and you really want to stay kind of away from them anyway. And you see all these tracks here, so where are people going to park, right? And that's the question, you know. That's the question and the problem, because the problem is that you can't really park anywhere because you need roadway, if you will, or you know, access way. And if you get too close to the water, you are running the risk of, like, you know, getting salt water on your, you know, under your vehicle and things like that. And we all know we don't want to do things like that. So yeah, this is pretty bad, but you know, I suppose it could be worse if you can believe it. But now you've seen it. So if you are if you do this type of thing and you value the beaches, you know, definitely engage with your local and if you know state people, your state people, to make sure they see this as a priority, because it's, you know, if it erodes too much, it becomes that much harder to fix. So, you know, you want to fix the problem now, you want to fix it later. It's better to fix it now. All right, I am not going to hang out here because, like I said, it's pretty cold. I'm going to head back down, actually, back to the jetty, because there was a couple coming in that had all-wheel drive. Not supposed to, but they had all-wheel drive, and I told them they probably won't have a problem, but they may have a problem. So I am going to head back down there to see if I end up doing a recovery today. So if there's no more video after this, thank you for watching. Always appreciate it. But if there is something interesting that happens, I'll be back. Thanks for watching.